Hello. Yes. I'm going to be doing a message for Joe Owens, the legend. Yes, I should have done a message for Joe for a few weeks back, but I finally gone around to doing it. Now, yes, I know Joe Owens had a bad past, and I know he used to be in the National Front, and obviously I don't agree with that. But I don't think Joe Owens is a racist anymore. I don't think he is. I think he's changed his ways, and I think he's a better man now. But I do agree. I've watched so many of Joe Owens' videos, and I like his videos. A lot of what he says is true. Some of his videos are quite funny as well. But yeah, but I don't agree with everything Joe Owens says, because Joe Owens seems to think that everybody on the far right movement is a snitch when they're not. I mean, I don't believe Tommy Robinson is a snitch. Just because he hasn't answered your video doesn't mean that he's not a snitch. I don't think Tommy Robinson is a snitch. I think he's a genuine patriot like myself. We're both patriots, and obviously Joe's a fellow patriot as well. But what Joe doesn't understand is that a lot of these people are not actually snitches. A lot of them are true patriots, but the way they're going around it is they're too fixated on one issue, which is obviously Islam. Tommy's completely obsessed with Islam. Same with Anne-Marie Waters. I don't think Anne-Marie Waters is a snitch either. I don't think she is. I think she's honest as well. But the problem is they're just too focused on Islam. Even though, as you said, and I agree with you, that most British people don't care about Islam. Most British people don't care if Islam is, destroying this country, or radical Islam, or this country is being Islamified. And most British people don't care about the Muslim problem. They don't. And this is what Tommy Robinson and Anne-Marie Waters doesn't understand. But I do believe that they are genuine patriots, but they're too fixated on one certain issue, which is obviously Islam and the Islamification of Britain. Regarding something else you said, which I watched whenever one of your other videos, when you talked about, when is the Muslim civil war happening? Probably never. Well, yeah, I like that video. That was a good video. But you talked about what will happen in the interim period. This is what I think is going to happen in the interim period. Obviously, I don't know if the Muslim civil war is going to happen. Nobody knows the future. I don't. Nobody does. But let's say, for example, it did happen. And you talk about what should we do in the interim period. This is what I think we should do in the interim period. This is what I think is going to happen. I think maybe it's going to happen is that the Muslim community will get so confident. They will become so brazen that they will basically go to white areas and just take those white areas off. And that's where I think the civil war will start, is that the Muslim community will go into white areas and say, we're going to take this area off. We're going to build a mosque here. It doesn't matter if there's no Muslims living here. It doesn't matter if everyone living here is white. And what's going to happen then is that's where the interim period will start, where some white people won't be able to take it, and then some of them might go violent and do all kinds of crazy stuff. And that's where I think the civil war might happen. Obviously, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I don't know the future, but I'm saying it could happen. That where the Muslim community will become so brazen, they won't just be happy to take over, ghetto communities like Luton or Bradford. They're going to go into places like Somerset, which is like close to 100% white, and say we're going to build a mosque here. And we know what's going to happen. Like you said, the politicians are handing these countries over to these people on a plate. They'll say, we want to build a mosque here. And the local MP, whether it's Jacob Rees-Mogg, that's where Jacob Rees-Mogg's constituency is, in northeast Somerset, and he's going to say, okay, you can build a mosque here, because remember, the Muslims are going to say, if you don't let us build that mosque, we're going to pray on the street like we do in France. So in the interim period, I think some white people might do some bad stuff. I'm not saying, some might go crazy and try to attack them. Others will basically, we know what's going to happen. They're just going to let them take over the country because they don't need a civil war, as you said, and I agree with you. They've taken over the country anyway, in some parts of the country anyway, through, overbreeding and, just taking over, taking all the corner shops and everything else. But the main point is this, that I don't believe that fundamentally Tommy Robinson and Anne-Marie Waters are snitches. I don't believe they are. I mean, I don't really care about Mark Collett, but regarding Tommy Robinson and Anne-Marie Waters, I don't believe they're snitches. The others, I don't know. I'm not sure about the other ones. But is the Muslim civil war going to happen? I don't know. Obviously, I don't know the future. At the moment, I don't think it's going to be happening anytime soon. It could happen maybe in 20 years. Like if it gets to 15-20%, which we think is going to happen, because obviously these people are having lots of children. But the point is, at the moment, it's not likely. I would say one other thing, Joe, is there's one place where I disagreed with Joe on. When you accidentally said Packy shop, which you shouldn't have said, because obviously that's a bit of a racist comment. And I know I know you didn't mean to be racist, but you know, saying that could be seen that that could be seen as being racist, even though I don't think you should have said it, but I can understand it was maybe a bit of a slip of the tongue. So that's where I disagree with you. But a lot of what you say I agree with, but I don't believe the far right has a future. This is where we disagree. The far right have no future. The far right are basically unelectable. That's what they are. Whether that's the BNP, whether that's the National Front. I mean, even UKIP. I mean, UKIP obviously is not far right. They're libertarians. But the far right has no future in Britain. Britain will always be a right-wing or centre-right country or centre-left country, but I think Britain should be more of a right-wing country. So that's what I want you to talk to you about. Obviously, I'm not going to talk too much because I'm going to eat something. But I like your videos, Joe. But these are my views for you, and I don't know if you want to watch my video, but if you do, this is my opinion. This is what I would say, where I agree with you, where I disagree. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.